After Foxcroft failed to score in the top of the first, Rebar comes out in the bottom of the first, gets a K there. But in the bottom of the second, with a man on second already, bit of trouble here. An RBI double will push the first run of the game across and set up a second and third nobody out situation for Dexter. Rebar in a jam. How does he react? They attempt to squeeze. Coyley calls for the ball away. Can't get the bunt down. The Ponies execute the pickle properly and get him out. Now 1 out. Man on second. Softly hit to Leary. Charges hard on a fine play. 2 outs. Man on third. Rebar not out of the woods yet. See ya. Backwards K on the break. Ponies don't score, and Rebar comes out and has a solid bottom of the third.
The Ponies trailing 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Ryan Rebar is hit. You get the leadoff man on base. Rebar promptly steals second base. Kevin Leary then doubled to tie the game at 1. But Dexter would come right back and score a run and get more runners on base. Rebar able to work out of the jam with a K. Entering the fifth, the Ponies trailed 2-1. And the weather was bad. It looked like this one could be called early. They needed Caleb Smith to get on base. Ground ball to short. And he gets on the bad throw. That was with 1 out. The Ponies then called on Nick Strout, who didn't start, had a problem with his contact lens. Had his glasses delivered in the middle of the game. Came up here. Caleb Smith steals second, and one-eyed Strout looking to see what he can do. And the senior bears down and rips a shot in the gap in left center into the wind. Caleb Smith reads it well, and he's going to come around and score easily for second. And Strout in with a stand-up double to tie the game at 2. Ponies bench fired up. And the Ponies offense looking for more. Ryan Rebar came up with 2 on and 2 out in a big spot. Rebar with a high fly ball to right field on a very windy day. Right fielder dives but can't come up with it. Strout's going to score, and right behind is Cameron Fadley, giving the Ponies a 4-2 lead. And Strout is fired up.
And Kevin Leary comes up and gets his second hit of the day with a sharp single, but he's stranded. So they ask Rebar to go get some outs, which he does. Forrest Law makes a nice play here. Rebar going to work. Oh, see ya. Coyley wants to throw it around for his third out. Forrest Law comes up in the top of the sixth and gets himself on with a big walk. Steals second, something the Ponies do a lot of. And Caleb Smith's got to get him in. Forrest alertly takes third on the pass ball. Aggressive as usual. And the Falcon hits a rocket to right. Oh, a tiny ground ball which gets through, and Forrest Law scores. Rebar comes in the bottom of the sixth, has a 1-2-3 inning. Ponies offense not done. Fadley, slow roller down the third base line. You're just not going to throw him out from there. Fadley gets his wheels on. Cody Coyley, after Leary's intentionally walked, with an RBI single through the left side. Fadley, great base running there, reading that ball through, and a graceful slide into home. So the Ponies extending their lead here. As Forrest Law hits the sac fly to left, scoring the big fella Kevin Leary. and pushing the lead to 7-2.
Rebar still in the game and looking to finish off the Tigers. It's a fly ball to Cameron Fadley, rock solid in center field for out number 1. Next hitter, it's a soft grounder to second. Caleb Richard comes up with it. This was after a 1-out single. And with 2 outs and a runner on second, Rebar induces another soft fly ball to center. Cameron Fadley's all over it. And the Ponies get a scare in Dexter, but emerge with a solid 7-2 win as they played very well in the late innings. Ryan Rebar went the distance on the mound, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and striking out 5 Tigers. Ponies move to 8-0 on the season.
First game was in Dexter. It was a great win. Came behind on a nasty day. I got a lot of bullpen catching experience this year, which has been great. I've never done that before, and I learned something new. And it's been a lot of fun playing with this group of guys, and being undefeated and all that is just great. And hopefully we can make it to the playoffs and go to states and win that.
Well, I had Luke on the JV team last year, and I was really impressed with his attitude, his work ethic, and the strong fundamentals he has. And he came in this year, and he's grown, and he looked better. And I thought, this is a good young player, and didn't really see him in the mix for playing time on varsity this year. So we kept him on JV, wanting him to get regular playing time and improve. And then the JV team ended up not practicing or playing a lot of games, and we thought, this is a kid we're hurting by having him down there. So after 6 or 7 games, I called him up and said, Luke, we want to have you come up for varsity for the rest of the year. And he was thrilled, and he came up, and from that point on, just did everything you could ask for. We asked him to be our bullpen catcher, and he relished that role. Did a great job. He was always ready to warm up pitchers between innings, warm up pitchers in the bullpen. Practiced very hard every day. Is an outstanding defensive outfielder. He's getting better as a hitter, and I think you see as he grows and gets a bit stronger, he's going to be a guy who's certainly going to be in the mix for starting job next year and as a senior. So, just a great kid with great attitude, and I look forward to having him for 2 more years.